Well, welcome to They Said She Said. This is episode 5, I believe, right? 5? I think it's 5.
Wow, have we really done 5?
Boom! Yeah, we have. So, welcome again, and I'm one of your hosts, Nicholas Brady. And alongside me is the woman who you don't want to mess with, Millie Ludwig. Millie!
Hi!
Hello.
Sorry, my voice is not quite with me. It's coming in and out.
It's alright. You're sick, we understand. We all get sick. I was sick a little bit.
It's just the curse of being human.
I woke up like Thursday, and my chest was
Almost
really...
human.
Yes.
Sorry, I was trying to think of a TV show yesterday that Carl Urban was in, but I could not remember the title. Almost Human. Sorry, you said human and it reminded me.
That's a good show, by the
Anyways,
way.
what were you saying about being sick?
Right. I woke up and my chest hurt and it was hard to breathe. So that was rough. And I'm like, what's going on? I found out it's just allergies, which is weird because I'm not really allergic to anything.
Yeah.
But it's the season. It's just
I think for me it's just the change of the season. Like,
yeah.
It's almost kind of like a cold snap going through.
Yeah, I think that's the problem too. So, and that other voice you heard is Chris.
Hi,
Fox.
Chris.
Yep.
How are you, man?
Good.
Good.
Well, yeah. This is nice.
This is nice, thank you.
Yeah.
So if you're new to the podcast, this is just a conversational podcast. The three of us, we get together and we bring a random topic of conversation. And if you are amused by that or by anything that we say, please subscribe to us on iTunes with They Said She Said. But if you're one of those guys that like to watch videos instead, we do post the episodes of the show on YouTube the following week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you'd rather do that, go ahead and do that as well, because we love to spread the love. Lots of love in here. So let's get started with the first topic. I'll start with the first topic. Is school. School's starting again, and we live in a college town.
Yes.
So that's happening. What are your guys' thoughts on school?
I'm not in school. Woo!
Woo!
School is for squares.
Oh, boom. L7, weenie.
I'm taking 1 credit
Yeah?
at UVU. That's all I have left.
Really?
That and a
Nice.
math class I'm taking online, but it's not a UVU, so I'm just taking 1 hour. $400 for a 1 hour credit.
Yeah?
Oh, golly.
Fantastic.
I think public schools, like from kindergarten to 12th grade, I think that's a good thing. But college, here's my thing about college. I think it's stupid. Most people that graduate with a degree in something, they don't, or a bachelor's, they don't go into that and so they get something else. Mm-hmm. And that is a good, I would say probably 70% of people that go to
I would
college.
say any more.
Yeah.
Because I feel it used to be more.
It used to be, yes. But nowadays it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think school is don't do it unless you know what you want to do. But if you're going in there just because everyone else is doing it, don't do it because you're going to go way into debt and it's not worth it.
Yeah,
Or just don't go into debt for school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my brother got his. I don't know. I can't remember if it's a bachelor's or a master's, but he got it in aerospace engineering. And right now he's doing an internship to sell jetliners, not engineer.
Yeah.
And it took him at least a couple years to at least be able to get that. Because before that, despite having his degree, basically all he could really find was work as a firefighter. Mm-hmm. So aerospace engineering, firefighter. Mm-hmm. Not quite the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people's reason to go to school that don't get a job in what they do. They tell me it makes you feel good because you got that paper. It's like you accomplished something. I'm
my
like
paper sitting in my art box and doing nothing.
Yeah, and it's like so you paid $50,000, maybe more, for stupid paper saying that you went to school for 4 years or however long, and you don't do that. It's if that is the only thing that you do that makes you feel accomplished in life, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You're doing something wrong in your life. Mm-hmm. But there are positives to school. School's good for
Doctors.
socializing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
A lot of people
socializing.
go to school for 7 years.
No, I just keep
They're called
hearing.
doctors.
They're called doctors.
I keep hearing that school is nowhere near as relevant as it used to be.
It's not.
Just because now people are looking more for experience
Yeah.
or people willing to learn rather than somebody who's got a certificate or a.
Yeah, the education inflation is just, I mean, especially with the recession, tons of people went back to school, and they're just the devaluation of a degree because so many more people have it, its value drops, just like with money inflation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just, I mean, now the master's degree is the old bachelor's degree, and the doctorate is now the new master's,
Yeah.
and so it's stupid.
And
Go to school, kids.
You should go to school.
Yeah.
I'm not going to school right now, but I do see myself still getting a degree in something. But since I'm an actor and I'm going into filmmaking, and so that's what I want to do for a living. I went to school, but then I felt like school taught me all it can. I just need to go out and do it. And in that business, that's kind of how it is. Like, it doesn't really help that much if you get like a degree in acting, because you don't have any world experience. You haven't gone out and done any plays or
Right, you have to have a resume.
you haven't gone into those things. But some people, you do need to go to school for degrees, like doctors or I'm sure like airline pilots. But I also think it's because the United States, like our country, doesn't value education very much anymore. Like, we say we do, but we make it almost impossible to go because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
because like with the rise in like grant money and available money to students, the tuition just goes up,
Yeah.
and so it's the same.
Yeah.
It's just crazy expensive.
And our test scores are way low.
Yeah,
Like, we're
they're
at
bad.
least a couple decades, if not centuries, behind Japan.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
but then again, they've got it drilled into them
You
from the
have
time that
dishonored
they're
your
little.
family.
For those who are listening, I just did a samurai sacrificing myself thing because we have
Watch The
dishonored my
Last Samurai.
family.
It's a good movie.
That is a good
Last
movie.
Samurai.
That is a
Tom
great
Cruise,
movie.
he's the most Japanese man.
I think
in
he
Japan.
actually did good in that movie. I'm
He
not a
is
big
good.
fan of
I
him.
like Tom Cruise.
He-
actually.
But that was a
Tom
good
Cruise.
movie.
He should have won an award for Best Actor that year. I feel
He did good.
like I got mad for him because I don't remember who else, like what the movies were going on, but I felt strongly that he should have won for that one. And he also got mad that he didn't win because like that was the one role that he did that he should have won Best Actor in for sure. But yeah, he didn't get it, and it's a really good movie. Sad,
Yeah. It's
sad
a
life.
bummer.
Welcome to life.
Let us do a moment of silence for Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is not getting
Like, he
an
needs
award
it.
for Best Actor that year.
I'd have a moment of silence for Leo, but not
You know,
Tom.
you know what I like?
Right? Yeah.
I
poor
like
Leo.
that, like, Edge of Tomorrow isn't considered a failure at this point. Well, for one, it's the most, the highest grossing film Tom Cruise has been in since, like, Mission Impossible. That's the outside of the Mission Impossible franchise, I think. In, like, the last 5 to 10 years. So I'm like, okay, good. It made, like, 100 million domestic. Got 200 something. Was it 275
Yeah.
foreign?
It made most
yeah.
of its money foreign.
Yeah, it did make most of its money foreign, but it's still, like, it didn't lose money.
Yeah.
And it still did well for Tom Cruise.
I hate that they're changing the name for that movie.
They're like kind of changing. They're just like basically hiding the original title in
Yeah.
like little text.
Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah. It was good.
It
I
was a
liked
good
it.
movie.
I still really don't think that the name Live Die Repeat is
Is
a good
good.
movie title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy a movie with that one.
I'm trying to figure out like whose idea that was. Like, we'll change the name to the tagline.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the tagline was probably like the weak point of the name.
Yeah.
So maybe not do that. They must have like read it through test groups or something that was
Yeah.
like, which one's better? And then be like, Live, Die, Repeat. I don't know why.
I
but-
wonder if it was that against All You Need Is Kill.
Which I think All You Need Is Kill would have done much better,
Yeah.
to be honest, because it's like a much more bold title.
I think it's also that one. I think that one sounds more stupid. Though.
I started reading the book.
It's like all you need is kill. It.
But if you have the
it's
movie,
very,
if you
like-
have the movie guy saying it though, he's like, "All you need is kill," or
Like-
whatever. And then it's like, "Oh, okay,
Kill
that
what?
sounds intense." Well, yeah, I don't know.
It's like, are you in the mafia? All you need is kill.
All you need is kill.
You must go down to this town and all you need is kill. Remember that. And you will survive in this business. Come here, we are family.
I feel like that accent's like right between two things.
I've been watching a lot of Sopranos and I've been trying to work on a good accent.
Is that like a mafia, but like sort of like Japanese a little bit?
No, I was trying to mix some like Godfather.
Okay, I heard a little bit of that, and then
must give him an offer he can't refuse.
Okay,
that's more Godfather. But yeah, anyway, they should have gone to school.
Yeah. So do you want to hear here's my story with school. I did not go into debt for school, but at the same time, when I picked, because I went to community college, I had some grants, I worked like more than overtime to pay for school and go to school full time, work full time and all that. So it sucked, but I didn't go into debt. And then once I picked my degree, knowing that it was filmmaking, I was like, this is a risky degree. And so I decided I wasn't going to go into debt for it. And basically, it's just really good for networking. Because that's what I determined was if I'm going to like meet people and find out what I can work on and get things that I can put in a reel and that kind of thing, then I needed to go to school for networking. Because I don't know anyone who works in the thing. I didn't want to like start just like moving out there and just starting as the grunt and then meeting people.
So is that what you're going to school for, networking?
I'm going to school for film.
Or for film?
For film, but it was just networking with other students. And that's where I've gotten almost all my work, is people that I met from school.
Yeah, and also what I've been hearing with stuff like that like marketing is another good thing to take
to get
in school.
To meet people.
Yeah, and like get yourself out there and learn the ropes.
And I have learned things in school, and there's only 2 or 3 classes where I could really say I probably couldn't have just picked that up on the fly. But everything else that I've learned in school, I could have learned from YouTube tutorials and online stuff. Like broadcasting, I couldn't have just like gone in and just done it, probably. And it's best to get that. I mean, that would have sucked if I would have just gone in and then they're like, hey, this is what we're going to have you do. And then I mess up like on an actual broadcast.
Yeah.
Whereas with school, it's like if you mess up, well, that's why you're here. Get your get this all done with, and so you can learn and all that. So that's what's nice about school. Also, is you can mess up without screwing yourself over for future work.
Yeah.
But I would agree that with most degrees, except for like if you're going to be a doctor, engineer, maybe depending on the engineer.
Like the stuff where you have to.
Like going to school for business is like one of the dumbest things in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because there's so many business graduates and they almost never go into business, and because there's so many people with their degree that a lot of times companies want to use people that are diverse, and so they'll pick someone with an obscure degree like mine, like digital media. Even though I don't know anything about business, they might grab me because it's like, oh well, maybe you can help marketing or something.
Yeah. And
so business degrees I would say are fairly useless depending on your situation. But I would say don't go into debt for school unless you're going to be a doctor or a nurse or something medical related.
Yeah. I was really surprised because there's this a couple websites that I would like to work for, and they're media websites, like websites where I have to like do a lot of writing, like quick little thing. And I saw that they were hiring, and I remember like last year and past years it said what the credentials are is like a bachelor's degree in English. Now they're like, just show us your blogs, show us what you've done. Because
they don't care. They just want someone who can write good stuff.
Yeah, and so I'm like, wow, times is changing.
Like lately, all the job posts that I see, even for bigger stuff, one of the main things that it just has on there, aside from like, oh, you need to lift this amount, you need to be able to stand this long, is must have, either a GED or a high school diploma.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about college or a degree or anything. The only one that I've really found that specifically calls for a separate certification is like for a flagger, and which is interesting because you just stand out there and hold a sign.
Oh, like a construction flagger?
Yeah.
Oh.
They ask for a certification.
Construction's kind of weird because there's a lot of weird certification and.
Well, isn't that basically government work?
Not technically.
No, I don't
They're
think
a third party the government hires out, and so
Yeah.
they don't technically work for the government, but the government does hire them.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I don't know.
it's oh my gosh. I thought my phone was on silent. Yeah, so they're kind of weird about certification stuff. But yeah, they make decent money for only waving a flag around.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the thing.
Doesn't it normally start?
Construction's kind of weird because
Yeah, something like that.
it can be hard to get into construction without like an in or like someone that you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I worked construction for a little while, and it was, yeah, road construction's a little different.
Yeah, I'm sure it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, and like even with things like makeup artistry, you know, as long as you follow the rules of, say, staying sanitary, and you at least know the rules and you follow the rules, you don't really even need a certification for that one. You just kind of need one for, say, if you're going to cut hair.
Mm-hmm.
And so aside from that, you know, go to cosmetology if you want to get a certificate for cutting hair. But aside from that, things that I've heard from other makeup artists that I watch or that I talk to or something like that, they're like, yeah, if you want to do makeup, you don't even have to go to school for it. You just have to know the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
It's crazy. I think I've done some research. And I found out like in Denmark, they have like free education, like universal education, and so they have taxes that pay for everyone to go to school if they want to go to school for free.
Yeah.
So like that's awesome. They can go to school, get a bachelor's degree, and so like the graduation rate is high because of that. And
Well, they also don't have to expect to pay thousands of dollars
Yeah.
to take
Right.
a couple classes.
That's what it keeps the greed, I guess, from school down.
yeah.
And that's what school here in the U.S. is. It's no longer an education place. It is a business.
It's a business, yeah. Even the non-profits are still like run like a for-profit school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I love America, but I feel like there are some things that we need to do that is like other countries because other countries know what they're doing and they are
Yeah, they haven't figured out. Like,
they have, and so like we need to do that and like get off our high horse and be like we need to do that too,
We
not
may
be
be the land of the
different.
free.
Yeah.
We're definitely not the smartest
Yeah.
kid out there.
GD America. Yeah. So that is it. That's my topic.